Hey, I'm Ethan, and this is your monthly Oracle and Tarot card reading for July 2023. And this reading is for spiritual guidance, personal growth, and to help you become the best version of yourself. And this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and stick around because later towards the end it will also include a personal message for you with a pick a card reading and a crystal to support you through the month. First, I'm working with the Accurate AF Tarot today, and this is a very calming deck that I find really good for self-reflection. And I'll just show you some of these cards. And for this part of the reading, I'm going to be only using the major arcana from this deck. And this is to bring us and help us find the spiritual theme of the month and where your power lies. I've already cleansed this space and this deck and shuffled these cards, and the card of the month is the Wheel of Fortune. So if you have a look here, you can see that this version of the Wheel of Fortune is based around the zodiac, which relates to our destiny. It relates to why you're here, your role in the world. And the message of this card for this month is that you need to trust the divine plan, you need to trust the universe, and divine timing as well is another thing, because of course all the planets and the stars moving have their own course, and there's no way we can speed that up, slow it down. And you're being asked to become sort of very aware of what your bigger picture of your life is. If you don't already know it, you might want to be thinking about that. In fact, if we look in the center of this card, it actually has a Herkimer diamond, and that stone is about clarity, and it's also about a higher purpose. You might be receiving some clarity over what you're here to do, or at least the next step for you. You want to make sure that your decisions are aligned with your higher purpose. So the big goals in your life, anything that's you've really wanted to do for a long time, and anything that you feel called to do. Another thing that this can represent is, elevation, like stepping up, doing something maybe you haven't done before. It's mostly connected to your life purpose, and even there is the Lionsgate portal begins to open on the 26th of this month, and I feel from that point onwards you're probably going to receive some messages, some downloads. Things can come to you in dreams, so pay attention to inspirations you're getting this month, any dreams and dream messages. Note down ideas and take action on those ideas, because that's your higher self giving you those messages through your crown chakra, third eye, and trying to guide you towards the path of your highest destiny. Remain centered and keep your awareness open to these things. And, bear in mind everything changes. So if you're in a point in your life when you feel that things aren't moving or that you can't see how things will change, just remember the only constant is change. Now let's see what else is going on for you this month. And for this part of the reading, I'm working with 3 cards from the Mists of Avalon Oracle, and this is sort of based on the Arthurian tradition and the myths and legends and holy sites around Glastonbury and England. So if you are interested in this subject, actually I have done a blog post, you may already know, which is about 7 crystals of Avalon and how they connect to these legendary figures or archetypes of the Arthurian tradition, and I'll put a link below if you're interested in that article. Okay, so these are your 3 cards, and the first card we have here is the Lady of Shalott, or Shalot, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Have a look at this image. Okay, and what I feel this message is about is actually quite important and ties in with our main card of the month, because this card is about releasing old identities, and it's about letting go of things you believe about yourself, what you're possible at, what you think you're capable of, what you think you can and can't do, more so what you can't do. In fact, I would say this card is showing that if you're not already doing so, I think you're going to be working on some limiting beliefs. You're going to be releasing limiting beliefs this month, and letting go of the could have, should have, can'ts, and freeing yourself from these things. You're going to be shattering false identities that I think you've took on, probably things that people have said to you in the past, things that you might have believed about yourself, on the world, what you can and can't do. So you definitely need to work on that if you're not working on that already. But you definitely have the potential at this time to let go of these things and clear them out, because that's going to align you more with your highest destiny and your purpose, because you need to release those things so you can start doing more of what you need to and what you came here to do. And I would also say this card could represent dream work. Things, it's all to do with the subconscious mind as well, and how it's reflected at us in our lives. In fact, this woman in the legend, she was bewitched, and it was involved a mirror, and she could only look at things through a mirror, and she wasn't allowed to look out of the tower that she was kept in directly. She could only look at the reflection. That kind of shows you why I believe this card means these things. So it's all to do with changing your mind and your subconscious, which will then impact on you and change your outer world. So pay attention to your dreams. You could even try things that work on the subconscious. It could be hypnosis, affirmations, those overnight affirmations, subliminals, things like that. It could maybe help you break through if you're aware of your own internal blocks and limiting beliefs that you've got, and anything about your identity that you don't think aligns with what you want to do, or it's holding you back from what you want to do. And you're being guided to try and work on that so that you can move forward. So that is card 1. And card 2, we have Morgan Le Fay. And this card, I feel, is about trusting your inner wisdom. Have a look at this. So it's about trusting your own kind of knowledge on things. Definitely paying attention to your intuition. Open yourself up, or start really relying more on your intuition. Your vibes on things. Does it resonate? Does this thing make sense? Does it feel right inside of you? You need to really tap into that inner knowing and gut feelings. Are going to be a good way for you to try and make better decisions. And this card is reminding you that you already have all the tools you need to create the best life for yourself. You already have the skills and abilities inside of you that you've gathered through your past, through what you've learned here already, past lives. That wisdom is already within you, and you just need to tap into it. Make your choices based more on listening to your intuition as well as your common sense and your mind, to give you a better idea of whether or not things are worth pursuing, whether or not you should go in a certain direction or not. So that is card 2. And card 3, we have the Isle of Avalon, which again ties in with the entire deck's theme and the Crystals of Avalon blog post that I have written this month. And so the Isle of Avalon, I believe, is about inner peace. And of course, if you let go of these limiting beliefs and ideas, you are getting closer to inner peace. You're not so concerned about what others are saying and doing and what people are doing in their life. You're focused more on your inner world. And definitely, if you're going through a lot right now, whatever's going on during the month, if you do feel there's too much going on, you need to make sure you rest. You need to use relaxation techniques and take a break. If you can take a break from things, if there's a situation you're trying to fix and you're finding it's not being resolved and it's stressful, then you have to take a break. And sometimes when we take a break, things are resolved, things become clearer. You might get an epiphany, you might understand things more. So have to think about what restores your energy and start doing that more often. Could be going for a walk in nature, visiting a place with water, walking along a river or the sea on the beach. Something like that might actually help restore your energy and give you that clarity and inner peace you need to make the right decisions and to understand things better and not be influenced by your ego or your fears or other things. It's more of an inner journey this month, I feel, for you. So those are those 3 cards for this month, and I have included a link below to this deck if you are interested in the Mists of Avalon Oracle, and it is an affiliate link which would help support me if you decide to buy. And just before we get into your pick a card reading, if you have enjoyed this video so far, then please give me a thumbs up. And this will help others find this video too, so they can benefit as well. And subscribe if you want more videos from me. This part of the reading is for a personal message for you and a support crystal to help you through the month. I'm using my handmade crystal oracle. It's top secret, so I can't show you the illustrations, but you'll still be able to work with the deck and get the message and the crystal you have chosen through this deck. So if you want to just take a moment to tune in and allow your intuition to guide you to one of these cards before you. So card 1, 2, and 3, and see which of those you are drawn to. You can pause the video if you need to take a bit longer. Then once you've chosen your card, you can jump straight to the chapters of this video to get your message and crystal. If you chose card 1, then your crystal is Ahwite, and this is a message for you, and the message from this card and crystal for the month of July is that you must make a fresh start. So this is all about new beginnings, changes, internal and external, which fits in with the whole reading. Definitely encouraged to try something new, or to, if you're thinking about something and you're not sure, it's probably a sign that you might want to try it. And not to be scared of moving outside of your comfort zone. Some things you need to let go of. It doesn't matter what hasn't worked before, what isn't working now. You do have the potential to start anew and afresh. So the stone Ahwite is very rare and expensive. I don't need to worry about that. I will give you some substitutes in a moment, but I just want to explain how this stone can support you and why this stone is coming up for this message. And it's because Ahwite can help you in cleansing old emotions and even releasing karmic patterns. So it helps with the healing of those things, healing the emotions of the past, of pain from the past. And it supports transformation and new beginnings. So it also guides you out of old stories, which is the theme of this month. And if you want a substitute for this, then I would recommend you just use Chrysoprase, and you could also use Amazonite. Just remember that below I have included the links to the decks I've used today. You can also check out my books on Amazon, and have a great month. If you chose card 2, then your crystal is Moonstone. And the message from Moonstone and this card for you this month is to listen to your intuition, which of course has come up in the main reading as well. And you definitely need to be focusing this month on psychic abilities, developing them or using the ones you're already aware of. Focus on trusting your intuition and taking action based on it. You might also notice some unusual dreams or dreams that contain messages for you. Just tap into the intuition and use it more as a guidance system. In addition to what you're seeing externally, trust your intuition more. And you'll find it will pay off, certainly this month. And this stone, of course, will help you through the month because it is a stone about being receptive to energies, and that is what intuition and psychic abilities are all about. Third eye abilities, clairvoyance, all these things about receptivity, and it's definitely something you need to focus on, and you've got help with. This stone will help you with that. And it also helps you just generally to develop your psychic abilities, and it can enhance your intuition. Now, if you don't have Moonstone, or you don't want to work with Moonstone, the other 2 stones I will recommend for you as a substitute this month are lapis lazuli and amethyst. So you can work with those too. And I hope this video was helpful and these messages were, so please do comment below if you enjoyed this reading. I have all the links below to the blog post, to the decks I used, and also to my books. If you're interested in my books, they are on Amazon. Have a great month. If you picked card 3, then your crystal for the month is chrysocolla. And the message from this crystal and the card for you this month is to be open to receiving. So this is all about your self-worth, your ability to accept what's offered by others, to know that you are worth receiving things and accepting things. This can relate to career, your personal life, in relationships, knowing you're worthy of things, and to make sure you are looking after yourself by replenishing your energy and not just giving. You also have to receive, and it's also true for manifesting. Make sure you're not blocking things or turning away opportunities. You have to accept things, accept compliments. That's another thing, people tend to push them away. Just accept the compliment, just take it. And this stone is chrysocolla, which will support you through the month because it helps you let go of feelings of guilt, which is often the reason people don't accept things. People feel guilty about taking things, accepting things given to them, or that they think that they shouldn't look after themselves. It's all about giving and being seen as someone that is supporting others when you actually need a balance. And this stone also opens up your heart and throat chakras, which helps you with being comfortable with receiving, which is the heart chakra definitely is the part of you that is going to do that. Now, if you can't get chrysocolla, it's not that common, but you can find it. If you don't have it, the substitutes I recommend for you are aquamarine, and you can also use green aventurine. So you could try those as well. And hopefully this reading was helpful for you and you got your message. And please do comment below if you found it helpful. And also remember, I have included links below for the decks I worked with, and also to the blog post I've written, and also my books. If you are interested in my books on crystal healing, check out my books on Amazon. Have a great month.